Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Discriminating Gamer, the board game review show that is constantly pondering that intangible difference between being and becoming. Being and becoming. Say, do you like that, Dice Masters? Today we're going to take a look at the brand new set War of Light from WizKids.
Looking at the ladies in and they be looking at me. Ain't coming no fuss. Wherever they be ladies, brother, that's where I gotta be. Other men in my dust. Women that happen to be my territory, but I got issues with trust.
War of Light from WizKids is the brand new Dice Masters set that it takes place in the DC universe where everybody's got power rings. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm not really up on my DC Comics. I haven't collected DC Comics in 20 years. But nevertheless, Green Lantern was always one of my favorite heroes, and so it's kind of exciting to see this kind of Green Lantern-esque story play out here on the tabletop. Now, I'm not going to tell you how you play Dice Masters here in this video. You can go back and check out our DC Justice League Dice Masters overview, in which we do discuss the rules in that one if you want to learn how to play. Here, I'm just going to talk about what this new set brings and share with you some of my favorite cards. So first of all, War of Light brings, of course, a brand new playmat. It's a beautiful playmat featuring Green Lantern and several of the other heroes who have their own power rings. Like all of the other mats for this game, it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful playmat. Now what's cool here too is, unlike all the other starter sets, which just come with the blue and the red bags, these bags have really cool artwork on them. So it's really cool to see that kind of becoming more thematic and frankly more fun too, these really cool bags. So let me share with you some of my favorite character cards in this game. First of all, there's Batman, Cowardly and Superstitious Lot. While Batman is active, he deals 1 damage to your opponent anytime he uses a basic action dice. There's also a cool global ability here. The first time you play a basic action that turn, you draw 1 die and you add it to your prep area. Guy Gardner, Warrior Spirit, is pretty cool as well. When Guy Gardner is blocked, you draw 1 die and place it in your prep area. Lex Luthor Greed is really cool too. Now, while Lex Luthor is active, if you have more life than your opponent at the beginning of your turn, you may draw an additional die. And typically a lot of Lex Luthor's cards deal with having more life than your opponent. Now, Jade, Jennifer Lynn Hayden, is pretty cool. When Jade is KO'd, you can draw a die from your bag and you add it to your prep area. I really like John Stewart Architect. Now, while John Stewart is active, whenever your opponent fields a villain character die, you gain 1 life for each villain that they have fielded. Probably my favorite card I've seen so far from the War of Light series is Sinestro Core Namesake. Now, he's pretty tough. His level 3 is a 2/6/4 as far as his stats go, and his text is that Sinestro cannot be blocked unless the defending player pays 1 energy per blocking character die. So this is really cool because it means that your enemy, whenever you got Sinestro out there, is always going to have to be keeping 1 die in reserve just in case. There are also some really cool basic action cards that come with this set as well. The Big Entrance basic action card essentially allows you to buy that action dice and put it directly in your bag. You don't have to, cycle through it. You can just put it right in your bag. And then also, when it is used, any die that is purchased, any die, costs 1 less than its printed cost, down to a minimum of 1, and you can directly put that dice into your bag. The Monument to Evil basic action card deals 2 damage to a target opponent, but if it's got the 2 bursts on it, instead you deal 1 damage to the target opponent for each of your active villain characters. There's also a global ability where you can pay a mask and a fist, and the target character will essentially become a villain for the rest of the turn. Vicious Struggle is really cool. Until your next turn, you deal your opponent 1 damage for each damage you take that didn't come from the Vicious Struggle card. That can be very effective and really throw a monkey wrench into your enemy's plans. The Stealth Ops basic action card allows the target character die to be considered level 1 and unblockable that turn. So you can attack with it and you have no fear of it not getting through. There's also a global pay ability where you pay 2 masks and you can spin a target character die down to level 1. That can be very effective against your enemies. Now, one thing you'll notice, too, is that most of the characters in the set will also have some kind of power ring affiliation. Now, I don't really know the terminology here, but they each have various rings. Yellow rings, green rings, blue rings, whatnot. And essentially, a lot of the characters' card texts deal with other characters that have ring affiliations. So this is a good set to play against other people playing with this set. Or if you're mixing and matching for people that have some of these characters in there. So, what do I think of War of Light? Well, again, this is another really tremendously fun addition to WizKids' spectacular Dice Masters games. Really enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with it. So I really, really enjoy it. And again, I'm a Dice Masters junkie. I think this is a fantastic game, and I think if you get it, you will really enjoy it. So that is the recommendation of the Discriminating Gamer. Buy it. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We ask you to please like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. We are The Discriminating Gamer, and not too many people know this, but Green Lantern's power ring was actually forged in the fires of Mount Doom. Or so I'm told. I think that... Did I get that right? No? I'm sorry.
Please somebody help me on my feet again. And I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground. It's a long time, and I'll be dying. Once a year I wind up in the pen.
Bag. Dice. Roll. Dice Master. Look across the table, your opponent with his beady white eyes. And you start the game, a bag with 8 white die. You roll the dice, you're liking how this feels. Do not be deceived, this game is kill or be killed. So you buy some dice, and your heart beats faster. Is a paradise or disaster? Is a coincidence that one die is called a die, but to be defeated might also be to die. As it escalates, pawns are defeated. Then you buy the die that you've always needed. Put it in the bag and hope that you select it. Strategy has dots, pray to God you can connect it. So you buy some dice and your heart beats faster. Red, blue, green, and purple, you're a real dice master. Is a coincidence that one die is called a die, but to be defeated might also be to die.